Jerome Span. Of course, I'm here to tell you about our sponsor today. And our sponsor is, of course, and will forever be longstanding. Hey, mind you, he don't give me no money, but this is my man's. I got to hold him down. It is Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Swopes is out here trying to change lives. He's trying to help get these young athletes into college each and every week. Every day he dedicates a lot of time to this. This man has a serious passion for helping others further their education and further their lives in with a lot of great ways. They are on Facebook. Make sure you look up Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Swopes is spelled Swopes. It is ran by Mr. Nathaniel Swopes Jr. He is the man in Houston, if y'all don't know. But yes, make sure you go check him out if you're trying to get your kid into school, or hell, if you're even a kid here that's thinking about going into school and you want to try and keep playing, keep your athletic career going, make sure you go check out Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. He is the man that is going to help you keep that dream going. So make sure you follow them on Facebook, and you can get right a hold of Mr. Swopes there. He will help you get into college and keep your dream going for continuing to play your sports. So again, people, Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Check it out now. Help change some kid around you that you know's future, or hell, even your future.
Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J-Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I think my dock might be going bad. I'm trying to use my new mic. Give me 1 second. Let me get that plugged back in. That's why I was trying to get y'all niggas here early.
Alyssa insisted on going to the grocery store now, so
Oh, Lordy.
I got back with like 5 minutes to set up.
All right, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see here if it's switched. All right, good. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what happened there. Couldn't quite hear me at the start there. Sorry about that, people. We had a little issue beforehand. But now that we're here, might as well get this train rolling. Damien, appreciate you, brother, because you let me know that you couldn't hear me. I appreciate you. We can get things right. We appreciate you. Might as well call you our number one supporter out in this month, okay? You and Debo, y'all number one and 1A. Y'all 1A and B together. Y'all are our people. But get this train rolling. Of course, we have got the ITC Sportsball crew here with you. We have got that.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it,
I didn't know he was doing it. We've got that hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylan spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. And if he steps into your home, all your ladies is gone. We got that man.
Listen, bro, man, you know it's your boy Mace ready to go. I didn't get the memo that Blank Man was gonna be showing up today. So I'm just as surprised as y'all are right now.
I think we all got caught by surprise by Blake, man. But of course, we have got the originator of the whole ITC thing. Some of y'all, the ladies know him as the Ace. Some of y'all know him as Pop Pop. I know him as that dude that'll put you into your place. He is that man, Terrell Campbell, also known as Blank Man.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Hey, I said it was gonna be a minute, and like I say, I was just like, how can I just make this hop a little bit more? Hey, this is the episode before Halloween. Yo, let's do this. Let's do this.
Well, today, of course, we have got plenty to talk about. I love the costume tee. I love it. It's that excellent. 10 out of 10. But
I'll say, Zach, gloves, everything.
Put them things on, brother. You just blank right now. You ain't Blank Man without the gloves.
He don't want his hands to get sweaty and his knees to get weak, Mace. Oh, God.
There you go.
But that being said, see, he's got the gloves now, so we official. That being said, got to get this train rolling. Because, of course, we got plenty to talk about this week, and we might as well start with the news that happened on Friday, and that is the return of the OG Bloodline. Now, T, I know this is something that we've been calling on this show for a while, that we've been seeing to play out, so I'm going to ask you straight away, Blank Man, what are going to be the consequences of the OG Bloodline returning?
Well, obviously, the consequences of them returning is definitely going to be a civil war within the bloodline. I mean, we're going to see Solo's bloodline versus the OG bloodline, and I'm just waiting to see what happens when they get, the honorary Oos back in the fold, because that's going to be an interesting dynamic between him and Roman. I mean, we already got an interesting dynamic with him and Jay, but him and Roman, that's going to be the real thing that's going to really sell it for me.
Mace looks disgusted. Why you look disgusted, Mace? What happened?
I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I hate it here. Don't bring him into the fold. I don't like it. He's just there to get ragdolled. I do not like it.
I mean, Mace, come on. He's an honorary Oos. He came up with Uzi. Come on, baby. How could you hate? Are you not feeling Uzi today, Mace? Is that what it is?
I'm not at all, brother. I do not like it. Stay out of this. This is grown folks is handling business. You need to stay out of this. But other than that, though, I'm pretty sure we all called this on the show at one point in time or another. There was going to be the bloodline getting back together to duke it out with them young bucks.
So you're just disgusted. You just don't want Sami Zayn to have any part of this? You just gonna act like Sami wasn't a part of the storyline?
I am. I'm acting like he wasn't part of this. Just omit that part in the story.
Mace, but Mace, you gotta think about it though. Around the time Sami was with the original bloodline, though, was that not at the point where like everybody was looking at that group and like, they're not so bad, like everybody was just like, oh, Roman's overpowered. He's got the bloodline, and then all of a sudden you add Sami to the mix, and you see the fun in the bloodline. Like you got to see Jimmy, have a little bit of fun. You would even catch Roman having a little bit of fun. Even Solo couldn't keep his stuff straight when it came to being around Sami. And then once Jay got on board with Sami,
guess what?
Oh, it was.
Guess what? I'm colonizing the story and throwing that part out.
Oh no! Oh, why? How did we get here?
Colonize
I don't want to see it
here, bro.
I don't want to see it.
How did we get here, bro?
I
How
don't
did
want
we
to
get
see
here
it.
to where you're willing to call yourself a colonizer now, Mace?
I just don't want to see. I don't want to see him in the story. I'm sorry. If he's there just for like numbers purposes, fair. But I don't want to see it.
But
I don't know.
why?
Maybe I just
Why?
don't like
I
Sammy.
mean,
You know what? You know what it is. I just don't like Sami Zayn. I'll just say it. I'll just say
beef with Sammy.
I don't know, man. I just don't like the way. I don't like the way his matches get down. Like I just don't want to see a guy get ragdolled and then like Hulk out at the end and win. I just can't do it. It's not. It's not
that hasn't been all his matches. Come on now, you gotta be fair.
A lot of them. All
right. You're talking about his matches with him and Gunther, but they have to protect Gunther's character that they've used 2 years of building up. They can't just have Sammy come in there and be making Gunther look weak, bro. Like that don't work.
You know what? I feel you. I understand. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just his face. I don't know. I just really don't like his character. I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
Sammy's down for the cause though, so I'm just saying.
Like I said, if he's there for numbers purposes, I will overlook it. I won't be a Scrooge about it, but I'm not happy. I don't know. I just don't like his character, bro. I just don't.
Don't be trying to throw your Christmas references in here. We ain't even hit Halloween yet or Turkey Day, sir. Keep your references, your Christmas references to yourself. Okay? It's too early for that. It's too early.
I just don't like him, bro. I don't know.
Watch Mace be listening to Mariah Carey all year, just like all I want for. Nope, I'm not gonna say it no more.
That's it. You trying to get us copyrighted?
Listen,
you trying to get us copyrighted?
She's still thawing out. We got time.
Hey, we'll see.
She's on the counter thawing out though.
Mace, I think you're just being a hater because Sammy was a very important part of that storyline. No matter what you say, he really was.
I told you, bro. I don't think I just like him.
Mace. He has a full beard. How you gonna hate?
I
don't know, man.
Roman said that Sammy played a good part in the storyline, like that A&E thing that they did with the WWE Legends. Even Roman, like he was just like, we did it for Jimmy, Jay, Solo, and yeah,
you know
Sammy.
what? You know what?
Like, and the way he even said Sammy's name was just like yeah.
I'd like him better if he went bald. If he went bald, I'd like him better. I just don't think I like his hair. I don't know, bro. I don't know why I don't like him. I just don't like him. Maybe I don't like his hair. If he went bald,
why are you trying to make him come home when he can still grow his stuff, bro? Like, why are you doing that to him? He can still grow it, and you trying to tell him to come on home, bro? That ain't right.
I'm trying to listen, bro. I'm trying to rationalize why I hate him, and I can't. I just don't like the man. So maybe if he went bald, maybe I could rock with him.
Let's say what Mace is really saying is he wants Sammy to go back to being El Generico.
Basically, that's basically what he's saying, bro. Or like what? You know what? Stop being a hater, Mace. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Stop being a hater.
Listen, man. Just gotta let it out sometimes. To regulate my body, I have to let the hate out sometimes, bro. I just can't hold it in like that.
Fair enough. You gotta let the hate out, otherwise it eats you up and you end up looking like Mitch McConnell. But
facts.
I have to ask though. Now that we have seen the OG Bloodline get back together, is it Boulder time now?
It's time. It's time to smell what the Boulder's cooking. Can't wait. But I'm curious to see where he plays, what role he actually plays in the story, because obviously he's going to wrestle, right? Like we know he's there to be he's there to be full time for the time being. But he has this thing with Cody Rhodes right now, so I don't know how much he's really going to, unless they bring Cody Rhodes into the fold, which is kind of what I think they're going to do for a little bit. That's that's another reason why I don't really think Sami Zayn's gonna be there, because you already have like the adjacent rivalry with Cody Rhodes and the Boulder right now. And there's
But
no way he's not gonna play a part in this bloodline feud. So
see, at this,
rivalry adjacent. You know what I'm saying?
but see, I don't think, and this is me being 100% honest. The fans don't want to see Cody involved in the Civil War. Like him helping Roman against Jacob and Sola, that's one thing. But like we're building up towards War Games, okay? And War Games, you gotta be in there with you gotta be in there with people you absolutely gel with, you trust with, you know. Like I say, we've seen makeshift teams, but when you got the bloodline with Solo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, you need a unit that has been through it together to combat that unit. And what better unit than Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy? That's a unit we've seen in War Games before. We've seen that combination of people in War Games. The only difference, they're not gonna have Solo, but we've seen that combination.
I feel you. It makes sense, but I just don't see how they can keep the Boulder out of this feud. And if you can't keep him out of the feud, how can you keep Cody out of the feud? Because we know we're gonna get the Boulder and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Like we know we're gonna get that, right?
See, I don't know if we're gonna get that at Mania. I don't think that's gonna be a Mania match. I think the Mania match to have is the match that we were supposed to get this year, and the match we should have got the year before, and that's Roman and Rock. Because to me, that's the bigger match. Like, so don't get me wrong, I'm a Cody fan. Rock and Cody, I would possibly have that at Royal Rumble. Like I say, because I don't see it happening in Survivor Series, because I think Survivor Series we're going to get Cody and Kevin. But I see that being a Royal Rumble thing, because then you can decide, hey, do we have, you know, The Rock be like, hey, Roman, you're no longer this guy. I'm the guy now. Solo's been doing my bidding at this whole at my behest. Or do you have, you know, The Rock win the title, and then out of nowhere Roman wins the Rumble, and then you get the setup for that match, and at that point the fans will want that match because they'll be at a fever pitch. Because if everybody's been saying it for years, and I agree with it wholeheartedly, The Rock versus Roman does not need the title. It doesn't. That's why when Roman was champion, I'm just like, we don't really need this match, because it kind of gives us an indication of who's going to win. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to, like I say, Roman was already on a part-time enough schedule when he was champion that we don't need someone on a super part-timer schedule holding that belt. And the weird thing is when you have someone on a part-time schedule, yes, it gives a mystique to the title because you don't know when they're going to defend it. But at the same time, I like having my champion, you know, on a weekly basis. I like having my champion be seen weekly and not have to be wondering when the next title defense is coming, because that's how we grew up. We grew up seeing a champion on a regular basis.
I feel you on that. I 100% agree. I'm just trying to figure out how that dynamic is going to play out, because obviously, like I said, we don't need Rock and Roman with the title around. Only title that we need for that match is head of the table, right? You know what I'm saying? But for that to happen, The Rock has to step in and at some point take control from Solo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it going to be one of those deals where he comes in and just like, Solo, you did good. Run them pockets and give me my little dealio. You know what I'm saying?
My Ulafala.
While I was, yeah. So is it going to be something like that, or is Solo just going to bend the knee to the Boulder and say, hey, bro, like, I've been doing your bidding. You're here now. This is your table. Do what you got to do. Is it going to be something like that?
I got an answer for you, Mace. I think that's exactly how it plays out, because I think what's going to happen is that we're going to get a couple of weeks of the OG Bloodline beating up on Solo's Bloodline, right? So from I think right after Crown Jewel until probably
Survivor Series.
Probably around Survivor Series. I think we're going to see a lot of matches and stuff that go in the OG Bloodline's favor. It's going to lead to some type of match at Survivor Series. And that's when The Rock probably makes his appearance and costs the OG Bloodline the match. Whatever it may be, it'll probably end up being like a 6-man tag match, right? More than likely. And next thing you know, or it could even go where it's a 8-man tag, right? And they say, OG says we got The Rock on our side, and that's when Dwayne turns on him mid-match. He's gonna turn on Roman. It's gonna be Roman that he does it to, because you have to set up the Roman and Rock and Cody at WrestleMania, right? You got to set that up somehow. So, boom, Rock turns on him, hits him with the rock bottom, drops the people's elbow, puts Solo on top of him for the pin. Then Solo presents him the Ulufale at the end of it, and you watch them all, the new Bloodline, standing there with the Rock at the headline, throwing up the ones.
And you know what the thing is too, with Rock being with the newer version of the Bloodline, it makes the most sense. And some people will be like, "What are you talking about?" Okay, look at that. Like when we look at the family tree, Roman and the Usos, like straight up cousins. But you know, like say, and Solo is the younger brother of the Usos, but you know, he's on the opposite side right now. But the Tongans and Jacob, they say, well, the Tongans especially, they're more along the lines with the Rock, you know, because you know King Haku is they dad. So that's kind of one of those like, hey, you're family by extension. Like Rock is family, but like everybody says the same thing. He's like a distant cousin, but you know, it's such a tight-knit family that it doesn't really matter. Like Jacob said it in interviews before he got to WWE that like Rock's a distant cousin, and like Tonga Loa. I mean, but you got to remember that family is deep, and plus we still get Hikuleo, aka what I've heard they're going to call him Talatonga, you know, signed by the company, and we don't know when he gonna pop up. And I just see the look on Mason's face, like, really?
His face killed me, bro. His face killed me. That's why I started laughing, T. I was trying to hear you out, but he made that face, bro. I couldn't help it.
I saw the face, but you still got that monster of a man. I mean, what? And I'm gonna call him Hikuleo because they haven't debuted him yet. That man is about 6'10", 6'11", maybe 7 foot. That man gonna come in, it's gonna be like, oh. But here's the thing. Out of the new Bloodline, we all know who's gonna break out and become the biggest star of them all. We all know who's gonna be the breakout star because everybody is clamoring for this man. We know Jacob gonna come out of the new Bloodline just being one of the most popular stars. I mean, for goodness sakes, the man is getting so much love from everybody right now that the second he's on his own, doing his own thing, it's gonna he if that man does not reach superstardom, I will be surprised because everybody's been saying the same thing for years. Jacob Fatu is a star, and everybody who's just now getting to see him in the WWE, they're all seeing it. And the fact that man, look at Jacob Fatu back in like February of this year. Look at him now. That man dropped so much weight. He is in the best shape of his life. And that man is still doing the things that made him a standout. He was doing things 40, 50 pounds heavier that he's doing now. And you see he's doing it with such ease. He's doing it wonderfully. And Jacob, I mean, you saw Monday Night Raw. You saw how people, when Jacob and Braun Breaker were standing across from each other, you heard that crowd erupt like, we want that match. I want that match.
I think you are right. I think Fatu is the star for sure, but not related to Fatu. I just gotta say this. I hate Braun Breaker's name. I've been trying to reserve my judgment on this for a while, but since I first heard the name, I've hated it. And I still hate it to this day, dog. I call that man a Steiner. He is a Steiner, okay? What are we out here doing? We know who his daddy and his uncle are. He should be Braun Steiner. Mm-hmm. This Braun Breaker mess is ridiculous.
I got it, brother. Here it is. All he needs to do is just get beat up real bad by Jacob Fatu, right? He's like, I got to go to the drawing board. This ain't working for me. You know, Scott slide in there. Or one of them OG Steiners slide in there like, hey, brother, like, this was cool, but we got to teach you some things. And then there you go. Bam. Easy peasy. Easy transition. All he got to do is Braun Breaker just needs to get beat up really bad. And then he can slide into that Steiner status. And then we can start seeing that Steiner recliner come back to life. Baby. Yeah. Yeah. We need it.
I guess, bro. I guess. I mean, if that's what you need. And then our brother Daryl, I just want to put this up for y'all. When I said I can't stand Braun Breakers, hey, look. This is what he said.
Talking about? The Steiner recliner is a classic.
And then he also said this is for you, Mace, on the Steiner recliner. I love the name. I don't know what Daryl's talking about personally.
Classic.
And
bro,
hey,
and the funny thing is, if you ever meet Scott Steiner, that dude is not as big as you think he is. Like I remember growing up, I'm like, that man like 6'9", just jack. No, that man is like 5'11". Let's say still jacked to the gills, but man, let's say not as big as you think.
Just want to say, we appreciate you. We see you in here. I want to make sure I popped you up on the screen too, brother. I've been sorry, my computer crashed as I was about to start doing all this as we were talking. But yeah, appreciate you being in the building, brother. Much love to y'all down in Arkansas. Appreciate all y'all. Anybody watching, we appreciate you. But yes, got to keep it moving though, because I don't want to get caught talking about Braun Breaker, because I know we can sit here and hash that out for another like 20 minutes talking about his name. But got to get the train moving, because over these past couple weeks that we've been off, sorry, we know we missed y'all. Apologize, had some stuff to do. Just started a new job. Niggas been tired, okay? Give me a break, all right?
He's old, people.
Hey, nigga, you can't talk. We just had a discussion the other day about you said something made you real old too, brother. Something that I don't ever say, so I don't want to hear from you, okay? I don't want to hear it. Your knees be hurting too, nigga. Okay.
I was about to say, what it may say, get off my lawn to some kids.
No.
You know what, man? I haven't had that get off my lawn moment yet. Like, you can have that moment anywhere, right? Like you can legit have that get off my lawn moment anywhere. And I haven't had it yet, so I'm still young.
No, he's not. Don't let him lie to you. But gotta ask, look, man, over these past couple of weeks, we saw Deshaun Watson go down with a season-ending injury. We all saw that was a very clear Achilles rupture. We all saw it happen. But the question I want to ask you guys is just simply, at this point, fellas, we saw he had the year layoff, right, because of the suspension. He had the start of the next season, he was out for half of the season because of that suspension. Comes back, he hasn't looked good, got hurt last year, got hurt again this year. At this point, is it safe to say that Deshaun Watson is washed?
I would have to say yes.
You want to take it?
I would have to say yes. And I think the writing has been on the wall for a long time, probably a lot longer than the original suspension in Houston. Because if you look at those games, it was a lot of Hopkins is down there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Sure, he made the highlight plays with his feet and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, Hopkins bailed him out fairly often. So you really didn't have to throw the ball on time. You really didn't have to be on time in an offense when you have that type of player on your team. The writing's been on the wall because he hasn't had a receiver of that quality since then. And you can kind of give him a pass on the initial season that he came back after the suspension, because that was a very long suspension. But he hasn't looked good at any point in time in Cleveland. Like, he just hasn't. I don't know what happened. Maybe he left his talent in that massage parlor. I don't know.
Which one, Mace? Which massage parlor?
I don't know, bro. That's the thing. And you can't tell him to retrace his steps because he can't go back to that environment no more. So man, he just gotta. Hey, man, it is what it is. You got a lot of money still owed to you. Just ride out, brother. It's okay, man.
Yeah, I would say, Mace, you know me. I'm more willing to call people washed earlier than others, right? A lot of times people try and hold out hope and be like, oh my goodness, he might still have it. Like I told y'all last year, Aaron Rodgers was probably washed because, bro, he kept getting hurt. And you keep getting hurt, there's no guarantee you coming back and going to be good. Told y'all this. Actually, told y'all 2 seasons ago when he was in his last year in Green Bay. Told you what was up then. Y'all didn't listen. Thought he still had it. I'm going to say it now. That boy Deshaun Watson washed. And the Browns, Mace, at this point, I know contractually they can't cut him, but they need to figure out something right now to redo his deal and say, look, dog, we going to pay you all this money right now and we cutting you. You got to go. You're done. Like he is completely cooked. To me, what I've seen of his film this year, Mace, because I haven't sat down and watched the Browns actually playing, but I have went and watched some of the all 22 breakdowns of it. And good God Almighty, he looks lost. He just looks terrible out there. I mean, comparison-wise, Mace, I would say it's almost as lost as Sam Darnold was looking under the Jets. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, where it's like, dude, what is happening? Are you seeing ghosts, brother? Like what's going on? I know it's funny to say, but it's like the film is what the film is, right? And when I watch the film, good God Almighty, is he terrible? And look, man, I don't think any of us here think Kevin Stefanski is some super offensive genius, the level of Shanahan, McVay, Ben Johnson, and all this. We don't think that, but we at least think he's a quality coach, right? He gets his teams to be good enough. He had good enough offenses with Baker Mayfield when Mayfield didn't look like he could play. Okay, Deshaun Watson is just awful. He is just awful, and he has got even if the Browns cut him, if I were another team, I wouldn't even be willing to take that Russell Wilson chance on him, where it's like, hey, maybe he's got something left, because at this point, his film says he's got 0 left. And maybe, Mace, you said it to me. Maybe you are right. Maybe Deshaun Watson band-aided over some issues that he had for a lot of years because he could do, hey, man, D-Hop down there somewhere.
Like I said, man, it was one of those deals where, in the course of a game, right, there would be about 2 or 3 moments where D-Hop bailed him out. Like I said, sure, he made he scrambled, created enough time to find D-Hop, but at the same time, brother, there's just something there is a certain amount of, it doesn't matter when you have a receiver the quality of D-Hop. There's a certain amount of it just don't matter, brother. And it makes Deshaun look good because if he throws that pass to any other receiver, right? It's at worst, it's an interception. At best, it's an incompletion.
Yeah.
But D-Hop has bear paws for hands and a catch radius out. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous what he had as a receiver in D-Hop, to where he could just throw the ball up to him in double coverage, sometimes even triple coverage, and it just didn't matter. His guy was coming down. It was more like a 70-30 ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, the writing was on the wall the moment that he didn't have that quality of receiver with him anymore.
T, what you think? You think he's washed?
I think he's washed as a starter. As a starter, he's not going to get any more work. But as a backup, I think he could do something. But yeah, I wouldn't put my faith in him if I was a team and I'm looking for a starting quarterback. I would be like, hey, we're gonna give you some. Sorry, I'm hearing the wrestling. Hey, we're gonna give you a shot as a backup, but we're not gonna give you a shot as a starter because, yeah, I mean, for goodness sakes, that man went down with injury last year, and then all of a sudden, everybody was just like, "Oh snap, we got Flacco," and Flacco, played so well, he ended up getting him another job, and
Look,
he's starting again.
This how you know it was
Watson,
bad.
Like
Joe
May
Flacco,
said, he got bailed out a lot of times.
Joe wasn't even. If you go back and look at the film, Joe actually wasn't really good last year. He was just better than what Deshaun Watson was, which was so awful. Like, good God Almighty, was Watson awful last year? And so it's like he was just better than that.
Hey, what's the upgrade from awful? Better.
I mean, you're right, but he wasn't that much better. It was about it was this much because Deshaun Watson was boo-boo on the bottom of your shoes bad last year. Joe Flacco was just like, oh, you got a little bit of dirt on your shoes. You need to, rinse it off or something.
The crazy part about it is that little bit better that Joe Flacco was got them to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Jerome,
that little bit better.
Hold on. Mace, Jerome, let me ask y'all a question. If y'all had to pick a backup for your team, for your favorite team, who you picking? Deshaun or Joe Flacco?
I'm picking Joe. Without a doubt.
That's not even a question. It's Joe Flacco.
Without a doubt.
Nigga,
Give me Joe.
What? Deshaun Watson don't even look like he can play football anymore. Okay? This man look.
And that further drives home. That further drives home the point. Deshaun is washed, and like I say, and the fact we wouldn't even let him be a backup for our team.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: if that goes out for 5 games,
all the talking heads gonna say, "Well, blah 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 blah." No,
if that goes out for 5 games and Joe Flacco is my backup, I'm confident for in at least 3 games of those 5. I'm confident. Joe gonna get us there. He might lose the first one because it's the first game in there. Then they gonna figure out the play calling. Then they gonna maybe get 2 in a row, lose 1, win 1, back. Easy peasy.
I'm gonna put it this way. I would 10 times out of 10 rather take Jameis or Trubisky as my backup before I took Deshaun Watson. 10 times out of 10.
Oh, God.
Okay? It's that simple for me. That man is done. He's done. Mace, at some point when the season's over,
disrespected on this show today.
And so y'all know, I'm going to do some breakdowns of some guys. Deshaun is already one of them that I plan on doing. I'm going to bust out that all 22, Mace. And y'all will see when this season's done and over, because I don't want to get anything out before then because it's going to take me some time. I'm going to have to work on them as the season's going, right? I've already started on like 2, but I need to go back and actually edit them with my audio first before I even show them to you guys because I don't want to embarrass myself. But the film is just, I'm talking, Mace, guys are being schemed open. When Amari was there, especially too, guys were being schemed open and he was just, oh no! You know what I mean? And he was bobbing that head, dog.
I'm telling you, bro, like he's never been an on-time quarterback.
I think at Clemson he was more on time, but I think NFL him, I think you have a fair point. He hasn't been on time because he did have D-Hop for so long, and then he also had, when he would be healthy, Will Fuller, which is, hey, I can hold the ball a little bit longer and throw it way down the field, and you'll probably get it for me. So I think that is fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. But got to keep it moving. Don't want to get caught up talking about Deshaun Watson too long here. I do want to ask you guys one quick question here before we get into the NFL picks for this week. And I'm going to pop this one as a surprise on you guys because I don't think you saw it here. So I want to know, I know it's early. The season just got started. Who's your NBA champion this year?
I got Boston repeating. I mean, Tatum and Brown are just now entering their primes as basketball players, because as long as Jason Tatum's been in the league, you have to remember that this man is only like 27. And Jaylen Brown may be the same age, maybe a year older. You know what I'm saying? So their two best players are legitimately entering their physical primes as basketball players, because as people, we don't enter our primes until our late 20s. Like, you can say these dudes have been ultra athletes for this long, but like they've still been growing into their man bodies. And that's kind of scary to say, considering Jason Tatum's already like 6'10". You know what I'm saying? So I just got them repeating. Only other, I mean, OKC is a dark horse for me just because of their age, but I think they could very well be the best team in the West. But I think it's Boston. They repeat.
T, who you got?
All right, so I'm gonna have to go with. I think we're going to get a rematch from last year's NBA Finals, but I think this time the Mavs are going to take it. Just something about the Mavs just seems like they might have that right little bit of seasoning right now to get to where they fell short last year. But once again, you can't downplay them boys from Boston, because May said it best. Your two best players are entering their physical prime, and that is scary to think about, because these boys are about to be in their prime for a few years, and as long as egos stay in check and blah blah, you got right there the makings of one of the greatest two-headed monsters that we've seen in a long time. I mean, God, when was the last time we saw a great two-man duo, not a three-man duo, but two-man duo that can do it like Tatum and Brown? But I think the Mavs, like I say, I think that taste of being in the finals last year for Luka might have just fueled that spark for that boy, and that man might go off crazy. So
first off, Clay's knees
I
are done.
think we
He's
gotta
gonna
look
be
at
up for half
Dallas
the
and
season.
Boston.
I'm just be real with you, brother. Clay don't have no knees. This man has had like 2 ACLs and don't even wear knee braces, bro. That man is living on the edge. I don't understand it. It looks good right now because the season just started. He's healthy and he's hitting shots, but don't expect Clay to be around all season. There's just no way. That man is raw dogging his knees out there after the injuries that he done had. I can't trust that. I can't trust him. I'm sorry. I can't trust nobody that goes out there after the knee injuries that he's had without any knee protection. I'm sorry. I can't trust it in the long term. It's a long season. He needs some knee support.
For me, I'm. Oh my god! All right, hold on. I gotta settle myself here because this man Mace killed me with that. But for me, I'm actually gonna go T-Wolves. I feel like this summer was Anthony Edwards' summer that I think is going to elevate his game to the next level. Getting Cat out for Julius Randle, as long as Julius Randle is healthy, okay, I think makes them a better team. I don't necessarily see another team in the West that can handle them consistently if they are healthy. And like I said, I think Anthony Edwards is taking this to the next level this year. He'll be in MVP conversations for sure. And I think this is their year, man. I think Ant is the one that finally does it for Minnesota and brings it home. So I'm going to go the T-Wolves here, even though I know some people are like, well, they traded Cat. Well, I know Mace might have been sad. He might have shed one tear real quick when Cat was shipped up out of Minnesota. But that was a good move for them. So can't be mad at that. So we got 3 different champions here. That means this should be a fun season then, right? Because all 3 of us are seeing it a different way, which means there are variables at play, which we know is not always the case in the NBA. But gotta keep it rolling. Time to get into the picks for this week's games. I don't think we're going to talk too much about the Vikings and Rams here. That was kind of a flash in the pan game. Thursday nights, anything can happen, bro.
Thursday night, and then that was the first game that Kupp and Nakua had played together. So I mean, their offense was markedly different than what it's been for the last couple of weeks. So yeah,
absolutely. So to get into this week's games, we will start here with the noon games. We've got Packers at Jaguars. Mace, who you got?
Got the Packers. I think the Jaguars are cooked.
T, who you got?
Does the expression of my face not tell you who I'm picking? Because I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it at all.
Just say it, bro. Just say it.
Green Bay.
Okay. Yep. So I figured. I'm gonna make the statement again, and maybe somebody will finally understand and start listening to what I'm saying. Doug Peterson is Jeff Fisher if Dyson didn't get tackled on the one. They are the same person. They are the same coach. If you want to be better than 8-8, you have to fire Doug Peterson. Time to get him up out the paint. Doug Peterson's watched Packers win this game. Honestly, I think they probably blow them out today. I really do. So, yeah, Doug Peterson, your time is coming, buddy. It's a coming. All right, move forward here. We've got Cardinals at Dolphins. Mace, it's the return of Tua. I mean, it's the return of Tua. That's all I'm saying. Who you got?
Man, listen, bro. You know what? I'm not gonna make that statement I was about to make because that is terrible. I'm not gonna do it. But say
what you really feel, Mace. Say what you really feel.
All it's gonna take is for somebody to thump Tua on the head, bro. And listen, bro, it's so bad.
Hold on. But wait, before we continue on, we've got to address two comments that we've gotten as we've been going. Number one, let's start here with Damian. Raw dogging these is crazy. Let's start there. And then Jamoy came in and hit us with the so, yes, Jamoy. Yes, that is Blake, man. Yes, sir. But Mace, go ahead with Tua now. I just had to break those up real quick.
Honestly, man, Call of Duty just dropped, so we know what time it is, man. It's Dolphins.
T, who you got?
You know what? Even though Call of Duty dropped, I'm gonna go Kyler and the Cardinals this week, but then every week after that, it's gonna, like I say, that man gonna be spending too many nights up. So I'm going after that. It's probably gonna be any other team but the Cardinals. But I'm gonna go Kyler and the Cardinals this week.
Hey, I'm with Mace. Nigga, Call of Duty's out. Ain't no way that man been focused on the game. There is a 0% chance Kyler has been focused on the game plan.
Hey, FaZe Kyler is in full glory right now, bro. That man is balling right now.
What are you talking about? He been focused on the game. It's just the one in his hands, not on the one on the field.
Nah, he done figured it out. He don't have to go through the playbook. He have one of his homies sit there and go through the playbook while he playing, and so it always look like he doing his work. They ain't gonna mess with his money. He good to go, baby. No, this is easy. Look, even though I think Tua is one regular tackle away from being out for the season, I'm going to still go Dolphins here because I can't trust Kyler Murray. I tried to not listen to Mace on this initially. I tried. It was years ago, right? When we first started doing the sports ball, Mace was like, nigga, don't trust Kyler Murray when Call of Duty come out. Because at the time, that was when the Cardinals had got off to that hot start, and they were like 10-1. And the nigga Mace said it. He said, dog, this whole season is over because Kyler Murray is going to be on Call of Duty. And golly, did his numbers sink after that. So, yeah, this is an easy pick for me. I ain't no damn fool. I know what time it is. But moving up, we got Jets and Patriots. Mace, who you got?
I got the Jets, man. Pat's the crazy thing about it, man. This was actually a tougher pick for me than it needed to be, but
you wow. T, who you got?
The Jets. Come on now.
Hey, if my statement didn't make it clear earlier, nigga, I'm going Patriots. I see this being one of them games where Aaron Rodgers is out there throwing it up, baby, and he's gonna be like, oh no, I thought he was open. Because look, that Patriots defense is still playing good. Their offense sucks. Their offense is terrible. I think they win this game by their defense. I think it's probably like a 17-13 type of game.
Yeah, by the end of this season, bro, Christian Gonzalez will be top 3 to 5 cornerback in the league.
Oh yeah, he's been playing great football. So,
I mean, even before the injury last season, he was well on his way to being locked down, and like this year, just gonna solidify it. That young man is balling.
Absolutely. All right, Mace, who you got? Ravens at Browns.
Ravens.
T, who you got?
Always going with the Ravens.
Yeah, I don't even think this is a question, nigga.
This might be the season that Myles Garrett asked for a trade in the offseason, bro. He can't stay there.
He looked real good in a Chicago Bear uniform. That's all I'm saying. I
think this is gonna be the year, bro.
It would look real good. Have Miles on one end and Montez on the other. Woo! We'd be cooking with gas, baby. Woo! But yeah.
This is the season that it happens.
I agree. I think this might finally be time because he's about to hit 30 soon. You know what I'm saying? And we know that means your time's gonna start being shorter and shorter. But yeah, for sure, this is an easy one. Raven sweep here by the show. Eagles at Bengals. 2 teams that nobody really trusts. Mace, who you got? We know who Daryl's picking. We don't even need to ask. I
got the Bengals, man.
He's gonna pick the Bengals.
I got the Bengals. Excuse me. The Bengals are bad because of their defense, not because Joe Burrow's playing like the MVP this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. T, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one. I'm going with the Eagles because, like I say, Saquon has still been playing out this world, and like I say, and with the return of Brown, they're dangerous. So I'm going Eagles. Eagles, not Angles.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Eagles. He didn't know who he wanted to pick. Oh, it's gonna be a tie.
Lord Ingalls Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, this was easy for me. I do not trust the Bengals at all. Eagles. The Eagles at least they got Saquon. Like T said, they got AJ Brown coming back. They got some dudes I can trust. I don't trust their defense for nothing. I feel like their defense is suspect. But hey, Sirianni, let me put this out there too. You starting to look a lot like Jeff Fisher and Doug Peterson. That look is looking real familiar. I'm just saying. But moving forward here, we got Colts at Texans. Mace Richardson it seems like he's a full go again this week. So who you got?
I got the Texans then. I feel like they're gonna, the way they play that man, bro. He's one tackle away from getting hurt like every game he plays, dog. Like I get it, he's like a supreme athlete out there. He's a physical freak of nature, but at the same time, bro, protect him a little bit at least.
T, who you got?
I gotta go with the Texans, man. Like I say, they're too good of a team not to go with on this one.
I don't trust either of these teams. For me, it's a coin flip. I just, like May said, I feel like Anthony Richardson is one tackle away from being hurt, so I got to go Texans here. At least I think CJ will be there for the whole game. So, Titans at Lions. Mace, who you got?
Got the Lions. Titans don't know what they're doing over there right now.
T, who you got?
Man, it don't pay me as much to say this one because my brother's a fan of this team. Shout out to my brother Kerry, but the Lions, man, because I don't know what it is about them boys right this year, but they trying to prove they should have went to the Super Bowl last year, and they cooking with petroleum byproducts right there. So I gotta go Lions all day.
Well, you know, if former Bear Kendall Vildor didn't let an interception go right off his face, they probably would have went to the Super Bowl. Because, I mean, if you looked at those points that the Niners got right there were the difference in the game. So, there it is. Yeah, this is easy. The Titans are a completely unserious organization. It's the Lions. They've
They
already
drafted two
punted,
quarterbacks in back-to-back years, bro.
and
completely
already
wasted.
punted on both of them, Mace. On both of them.
One of them not on the team, and the other one just got benched.
Hey, remember, me and Mace told y'all Will Levis was suspect. We told y'all. But some of y'all was like, oh, but look at him, though. Yeah, he got the look.
People let Jim Short workouts. They let a rollout throw across the field trick them again.
I thought they learned their lesson with Zach Wilson.
How many times is that rollout play action deep post throw going to get people in trouble?
Too many. Moving forward, though, we got Falcons at Bucks. Mace, who you got?
This is tough, man. But I got the Falcons.
T, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons, man. You gotta go with the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons, but I will just make a quick note. Gotta love that both of these black head coaches are still having success. Gotta love it. Saints at Chargers going into the 3:00 games here. Mates, who you got?
Chargers. Saints haven't won a game since they beat the Cowboys. So.
Yep. T, who you got?
Gotta go with the Chargers.
Yeah, at least I know what the Chargers are. At least I know what Jim Harbaugh's trying to be as a team. So, yeah, Chargers for me all day. All right, Bills at Seahawks. Mace, who you got?
Bills.
T, who you got?
Gotta go with the Bills.
All right, Chiefs at Raiders. Mace, who you got? Oh, I got
Chiefs,
Bills, too,
easy.
by the way. Let me be clear. Bills. All right, so Mace, who you got? Chiefs at Raiders.
Chiefs, easy. Raiders should have invested in quarterback. I don't know.
T, I'm just gonna assume it's Chiefs for you too, because I mean, the Raiders.
I think it's one of those weird games where like everybody's gonna be like, I think that I'm gonna say Raiders this week, just
nigga,
to go
crazy.
against the grain. Because
whatever, nigga. What, nigga? I don't need to hear your logic. I don't. It's Chiefs and Raiders, nigga. I don't need to hear your logic on that. Save it. We got a couple games that I still actually gonna give you all the time on. All right, Panthers at Broncos. Mace, who you got?
Broncos.
T, who you got?
Broncos.
I'm going Panthers. I don't trust the Broncos. Last of the 3:00 games that got flexed. This is game of the week. Bears at Commanders. Mace, who you got?
This one's tough, but I got Commanders.
Okay. T, who you got?
The Bears.
Y'all already know. You know what time it is. It's Bears all day. Mace, when my Bears win, I'm texting you something greasy just for picking against them. Now we've got Sunday Night Football. Cowboys at Niners. Mace, who you got?
Dallas got to bounce back right here, or they can punt on their whole season.
T, who you got?
It's got to be the 49ers because, like I say, they need to get back on track, and I think this is the game that gets them there.
Look, I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because, like Mace said, if they lose, their season is over. So we better see the best team that they can muster this week. Otherwise, pack it in.
You have to expose.
We can't go back to 1995.
You got to put 8 in the box and force Purdy to throw the ball because Debo and Ayuk and CMC ain't there, bro. You double Kittle and figure the rest out.
All right, and then the last game of the week, which will be Monday Night Football, Giants and Steelers. Mace, who you got?
Steelers.
T, who you got?
I'm going against Daniel. So I'm going to Steelers all day.
Even though I wholeheartedly disagree with what Mike Tomlin did in benching Justin Fields for Russell Wilson, hey, they looked good last week, and I know the Giants is a dumpster fire because Daniel Jones is about one bad performance away from them putting that nigga on the pine. So that's a very easy
He's
one for
been
me.
one bad performance away from getting benched for like a season now. He's still out there.
He keep getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Every time he get the one bad performance, he get hurt in that game, and then it's like, we got to restart the clock. But, Mace, tell the people where to find you.
You know, man, Twitter, funky_stuff09, Twitch, twitch.tv/swaggy mace. Hit your boy up.
T, tell the people where to find you.
Go ahead and find me at The Real Trey Camp on Twitter @/X, and also find me on Instagram at tcampbell_ITC.
At JSpannerman everywhere, you'll either see my pretty face or the ITC logo. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate us, review us. If you only give us 4 stars instead of giving us 5 stars, I'm going to think you're a hater, and you don't want me to think that because I'm a really nice guy, and I will call you on when I see you in person. That being said, everybody, there's an important election coming up. Make sure you get your butts out and vote. It is important. It is your civic duty that we live in a democracy because we all vote, which is a beautiful thing. That being said, this is another resounding episode of your favorite weekly sports show, and that is ITC
Sportsball.
Sportsball.
I just had to wait because I knew he was going to be super late.